How do children acquire language? That's one of the most important questions in all of linguistics, yet most people either have no idea or the wrong idea. Let's talk about that. Hello, my name is Christopher and welcome to Ling, Linguistics for the layperson. Today's video is part 1 of 2 on theories of first language acquisition, more specifically how children don't in fact perform this remarkable feat, contrary to popular belief. So, there are actually several inadequate and outdated ideas about this topic. The two we'll discuss today are imitation and reinforcement theory, which were proposed by American behavioral psychologist B.F. Skinner and his associates in the late 1950s. Now, if you believe these yourself, don't worry. Had you asked me even a year ago, I probably would have suggested the same thing. Okay, so first off is imitation theory, which claims that children acquire language by reproducing or imitating the speech heard around them by memorizing certain words and sentences. Now, this is true, but only insofar as children cannot simply guess the words of their language, obviously. The meaning of most words has nothing to do with how they sound. But the theory cannot account for special ways in which a child's speech may differ from that of adults, such as by saying hitted or goed. In all likelihood, the child has never heard an adult use those terms. Instead, he or she is instinctively adding the past tense suffix ed to verbs because the irregularities of hit and went are not yet a part of his or her mental grammar. In addition, toddlers typically don't mimic a caretaker's baby talk with the heightened pitch and silly phrases. More seriously, imitation theory fails to explain one of the most essential features of language, our ability to create and understand new utterances. You see, if children learned just through copying, they could comprehend and produce only that which they had already encountered. But we know that's rubbish. After all, kids say the darndest things. The second way in which children don't acquire language is through reinforcement, which asserts that they do so by being corrected when speaking improperly and praised when speaking properly. However, although most parents do try to amend their child's speech, the corrections often have more to do with the statement's accuracy or truth value than its grammatical structure. Because when parents do try to impose prescriptivism, their attempts usually fail spectacularly. I love this example from my textbook, which reads, "Child, nobody don't like me." Mother, no, say nobody likes me. Child, nobody don't like me, nobody don't like me, nobody don't like me, nobody don't like me. Mother, now exasperated. Now listen carefully. Say, nobody likes me. Child, oh, nobody don't likes me. Here, the child uses double negatives, which standard English doesn't have, unlike the Romance languages. But his or her sentences do follow a consistent pattern, namely the word nobody plus a negative auxiliary verb, implying that the child does have an internal rule for this construction, albeit different from the mother's. Neither reinforcement nor imitation theory can account for where this irregular rule came from, or why the child is so resistant to being corrected. And so, in summary, as much as these theories continue to circulate in conventional wisdom, the consensus from experts is that they fail to accurately describe how children acquire language. In part 2, we'll examine 3 current theories of first language acquisition, which linguists are actively debating today. Stay tuned for that one. Alright, that's all for today. Please give this video a like if you learned something, and let me know in the comments section what you think of these ideas. Do they still contain a kernel of truth, or should they be completely tossed out? Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video. My sources are in the description, and as always, thank you so much for watching.